Hello everyone, Rexx here, and today, continuing Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Um, long story, I wasn't able to, um, big recording problems, lately. I haven't been able to record, and, I know I'm at the start, it's very, it's awkward splicing and stuff, but, I'm hoping that you'll all understand that it's fairly difficult the way that these longer, bigger games are. Because the bigger the games are, the harder it is for me to splice them equally. Where we left off, are we came to the deep dark woods, and we are going to meet the old man of the woods. We don't know who he is. We just know he's this way. We just need to follow Drippy. And I'm just saying now, this game has fairly good graphics for when it came out. So
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Molly boy, meet old Father O. How do, you leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visit to my ear from another world, see? And what it is, I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you're having peace.
Sorry, your tallship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it. Did you bark ship?
Well, the pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar and not.
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Dolly boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. Here in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only going to get bigger and meaner. So, you're going to need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mom, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
sorry, I'm just gonna up the volume a little bit. Okay. But Mr. Drippy, there is no spell named Form Familiar here. You... what? The boy is correct. Look at his wizard's companion. It would seem it's missing a few of its pages. Really? Knickas. So does that mean I can't cast the spell? I am not a powerless as all that, young man. Oliver, was it? Let me see now. Form familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. You receive the pages describing the Form Familiar spell. Thank you very much, old Father Oak. But simply possessing the page for a prac- particular spell is no guarantee that you will be able to make use of it. Some spells are simply not meant for certain wizards, such is life. Don't worry about that for now, Mun. Just give Form Familiar a go, will you? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. Form Familiar, right next to Gateway. Spell number 1. This is the first spell I should be getting, but I got Gateway first spell. Element, none. Effect shape, none. Magic, 0. Summon forth a familiar from the caster's heart to fight beside them. This spell can only be used once, and this is the only time we use it. So, I guess let's do this.
What's this?
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
He can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So this is a familiar, huh? And he will be coming with us? Indeed he will, Ollie boy. The more the merrier, ain't it? Here's you'd better give this little fellow a name, eh? Mighty the Might. Mighty Might. Oliver, we cannot send we cannot let you set off into the wild with only a withered wand in your withered wand in your hand. Let me give you some spells to aid you in battle. First is the restoration incantation known as a healing touch. You receive the spell Healing Touch, number 3. Tidy. That's the most useful spell there is for a wandering adventurer. Cuts, bruises, sprains, gashes, all gone in a jiffy with Healing Touch. Gee, you make it sound like I'm going to get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Jiffy. Next, I'll give you a gift of the gift of the Blazing Inferno, Fireball. Shoot a little fireball, that one does. Plant-based beasties flippin' hate firemen. Even old Tree Face here is scared of Fireball. Drippy, how dare you? You would never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Golly, of course not, old Father Oak. You got the spell? Fireball. Now you can press square at any time to open up your spell menu. While a spell like Healing Touch can be used at any time, Fireball means primarily use in battle. That said, the most unexpected of spells can prove uncomparably useful given the right set of circumstances. Novel problems cast calls for novel solutions, after all. If you find yourself at something of a loss, I recommend that you go through your magical repertoire. You'll never know which spell might save the day. You can now use the spell menu.
fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
Let's go. Mighty's
Let's go.
first fight. Ready, Ollie boy, it's time to learn about fighting with familiars. First off, you gotta pick who's going to fight out of you, your little friend. You've gone to the trouble of making him, so we'd better give him a go, eh? Select him, will you? So you can switch in the start of battle, you're able to switch between Oliver, Might, and whatever familiars you might get later. In the bottom right, you'll be seeing his weaknesses, his strengths, his stamina, and his attacks if you press triangle. So to select, just press X. Tidy. Now let's send him into the fray, shall we? Okay. Oh yeah, see that circle in the top left there? That's your familiar's stamina gauge. What that does is it shows you how much longer he can fight for, you see. The longer you keep him on the go, the shorter his stamina gauge will get. When it's empty, it means the poor lad is so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, eh? So before that happens, call him back to get him a bit of rest, like. Oh, and there's something else about familiars you should know. That little thing right there. See that little mark there? That's his sign. It's on both. It's sort of like a star sign, except there's only 4 of them: sun, moon, star, and planet. And like star sign, different ones get on better. So you can use that to help you in battle. Next, let's talk about tricks. They're proper useful abilities and bit like your spells. And just like your spells, they cost MP, magic points, to use. You can see the cost written right next to them. Right there. 10 MP for cut loose. But you're gotta remember that you and your familiar share magic points and health points. So a familiar uses a trick or takes big hits, your MP or HP that'll suffer. Crikey, this is a long old lesson, eh? Right, let's finish with a top tip, shall we? Your familiar stamina is always going to go down, so you'll need to swap with him regularly. You could do that by do that anytime by pressing L1, ain't it? Now I'm going to stop talking before I put us both asleep. It's your turn to sing for your supper. Go on, boy, bash. Cut loose. 10 MP hits every creature. Mighty, at this point in the game, is weak. Granted, you just get him. So he might only do 1 damage. Maybe 2. But he will slowly get better as you progress the game. Level 2. The first level up for both our characters. When you level up, you normally get a little bit of boost to every stat. So you won't have to worry about having one very low stat. That only happens when the familiar has that low stat. So now you know how to fight with a familiar, ain't it? Ollie boy, to be a true contender, you'll need to learn when to let your familiar loose and when to take control yourself. I'll do my best, Mr. Chippy. Oh, when you're not fighting, the little fellow can be found taking it easy in the creature cage. In the creature cage, you can shower your faithful familiar with delicious treats. There's all kinds of treats to choose from. Some will improve their abilities, and there are others that can even teach them new tricks. Tidy. Feed the blighters enough of what they fancy, and the bonds of your familiar between you will grow, meaning that you can boost their abilities even more. Careful not to stuff them too full of sweets, though. They'll only end up getting full up. A duration in moderate. A duration in moderation. That's the key. It's probably a lot to get your head around, but just remember that the creature cage is where you look after your familiars and take it from there, ain't it? The creature cage, got it. I promise I'll look after him real well, Mr. Drippy. You can now access the creature cage in the main menu. Oh, I almost forgot. We had something we wanted to ask you, your trunkiness. There's a guard in town there's a guard down in Ding Dong Bell, and he's broken-hearted, see? Broken-hearted, you say. Shadar's evil spreads still further. So you will be needing that we will. Your okitude. There's quick you are. God, this dialogue is hard. You have still got it, ain't you? Patience, young Drippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. Crikey, you've gone and lost it, have you? Lost it? The insolence. I put it away somewhere safely along my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up. There, that's all. While I seek it out, I have a favor to ask you. What? I didn't mention we're in a flippin' hurry, didn't I? We haven't got all the time to go. Mr. Drippy, we should help old Father Oak. He gave us those spells, didn't he? How very refreshing to meet such a responsible and honest young man. Alright. I get the flippin' message. Go on, what do you need us for? Well, it's the guardian of the woods, you see. The guardian, eh? What's up with the old fellow? I'm afraid he has become rather unruly of late, and he is neglecting his duties. Well. This is no good, is it? We better help him sort this out, eh? The guardian sounds kinda tough. Too right he is. He's way stronger than your average beastie. But you've got a familiar on your side now, Mun. You'll be fine. And besides, if you're going to take down Shadar, you can't back down from a bit of a light guardian bashing now, can you? Okay, I'll do it. Now, how very kind of you. The guardian can be found in the deepest part of the woods beyond the Whispering Waterfall. I wish you luck. First spells, now familiars. You're turning out to be a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am, huh? Now then, why don't you take a closer look at your new mate, eh? What do you mean, Mr. Drippy? It's a piece of cake, man. Now listen up. Oh, tutorials. If you look in the main menu, you'll find Friends and Familiars. That's where you'll find all sorts of details about you and your familiar's abilities. It looks a bit complicated, and there are a fair few options kicking around about in there, to be fair, but you'll soon get the hang of it, man. Now, you're still a new wizard, Lark, so there's a limit to what you can do, ain't it? But keep fighting monsters and eventually you'll get stronger, and we call that leveling up, see? You can probably make some new mates before long, and also be sure to take a closer look at them like I showed you. Okay, got it, Mr. Drippy. You can now access Friends and Familiars in the main menu. Friends and Familiars. We can see Mighty. Sadly, I have no equipment for him, and I barely have any equipment myself. I only have the old stick. He has an extra slot, but the thing is we can't use it because we don't have anything for him, so kind of upsetting, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We also have the creature page where we can expand his abilities with treats. For example, if we wanted to, he's going to be our attacker, so we're going to be feeding him attack-based treats, which will help his attack melee. So we need to go this way. And after that, we will be able to continue on. Ooh, a chest. A loaf of white bread. Red chests can be opened normally without any sort of assistance, but other chests will need stronger, would need something to be a little bit stronger, so it'd be the ability to do stuff. Whispering Waterfalls. I'd best warn you, Ollie boy, it's absolutely crawling with monsters beyond here. Careful you don't go before you don't even get to the Guardian. I'll be fine, Mr. Drippy. I have a familiar to help me now. There's brave you are. Don't forget, though, if the going gets tough, don't be afraid to cast Healing Touch. I sure won't. And remember what the tree told you. Spells are merely the tap of the square button away. You should try familiarizing yourself with the main menu too while you're at it. Don't worry, you're not going to break anything, so no matter what you press, you have a good old poke around, ain't it? That's when you'll learn new skills and new options will come up in the main menu, so your eyes peeled and make your new toys. Jeepers, there's so much to remember. You'll soon get used to all of them, man. No worries. Now past the Whispering Waterfall, and onto the Guardian of the Woods we go. Right, let's help him get back to normal. After all that dialogue, I'm going to quickly save. Quick save. Ah, ooh. Here's a new monster we haven't seen yet. Whisper Snappers and a Spitoo. Well, by the looks of it, Whisper Snapper is a plant-based monster. So I can cast Fireball on it, and it should do very good damage. So a Fireball will kill a Whisper Snapper will one-shot it at this point of the game. Fireball is a fairly strong move, and we're going to be using it quite a bit in this dungeon. Oh, we just picked up some chocolate.
Watch this!
That is what is considered a treat. That's what we would normally use for upgrading abilities.
Here goes!
You see that I'm okay? I'm getting hurt. Now healing touch. Heals a good amount of HP at this level.
Here goes!
Good, I leveled up. When the main character, meaning not the familiar, but the actual human, for example, Oliver levels up. Whenever Oliver levels up, his HP and MP both get maxed. They both get put to the fullest amount. And that's proper useful. Because we wouldn't have to worry about all the problems
We can do this!
of running out of magic and health. And we also slowly get stronger every time. Spitoos are really the only big problem in this at this point in the game because of their nutshell ability. It's fairly strong as you've just seen. 10 damage to first levels. It's kind of rough. But besides that, it's not that big of a problem. Ah, here's one of the chests I was talking about before. This is a purple chest. Or a blue chest. I forgot. I think... No, that's a blue chest. It seems to be sealed by some kind of magic. I can't open this now. I don't have the ability to, and it's just... I just can't. I don't have a better... I would need a better wand. And I would also need a better... the actual ability.
Let's do it!
Oh, here's just a simple jabber.
Here goes!
Yeah. We're gonna get into a lot of fights and a lot of things like that in this game. But it's bound to happen in these games. Crikey, I knew that there was nothing I forgot to tell you about. Oh, sorry, I skipped a line. This is important, Nolly boy. Be careful, alright? I'll show you familiars can use tricks, didn't I? Well, the little fellow gets stronger, he'll be able to learn new ones. Like what I showed you before. And the friends, you can see those in the Friends and Familiars tab. Tricks are different from magic. Each individual trick fills a single command slot, you see. Press triangle, which is what I showed you before, to change the command slot used in tricks. Which reminds me of a familiar can remember a maximum of 8 tricks at any given point in time. At any given time. Meaning, if you want to see them, you'll have to learn new ones. You'll have to make them forget old ones. Bit of a pain, but at least you can teach old familiars new tricks. Sorry, I'm a little bit trigger happy today. So Drippy and Mighty can only learn his 8 abilities at the moment. That might change. It might not. We'll just have to see. There's some bread. Here's another way to go. What? And here's another chest. Bottle of iced coffee. That is really good for where we are. Bread will heal 30 HP. Iced coffee, on the other hand, will help me regain 30 MP. Yeah, I'm gonna use a bread right now. Creature cage. Here, what I was talking about before, Mighty's going to be our main physical attacker. He is a warrior class familiar, which means he likes chocolate, and chocolate is actually increases attack. So, if we give him chocolate, it increased by 1 point. Now his attack is 15 instead of 14. Which right now you'll see it go up little by little, and you might not even notice it. But once you get farther in the game, it starts to add up, and it starts to get a little bit more powerful. Sneak attack. I have the upper hand. What I'm going to do, quickly switch to Oliver, go to spells, Fireball, and Fireball, the Whisper Snapper. Then I'm going to take out the... Oh, I'm blinded. Oh no. This sucks. There we go. That spell blinds me, which decreases my accuracy, and let's just say it's not fun to deal with. What was that Sunday? The Sunday is also another treat. Magical defense. At this point in the game, I'll give it to him. Just a quick start. We might expand on it, we might not. He really, in the end, he's a great defender, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem in the long run.
We can do this.
gonna see if I can. Oh, I'm blinded. We just learned that he is immune to fire attacks, which is not that good. That's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing. I thought it would be an easy way to deal damage to a man and kill him. But seems like that is not what's gonna happen. Might leveled up again. And we continue. I'm gonna quickly save again. Okay. This, we got time. This is where we needed to come. This big empty open area with an ominous aura. Boss room. This is the first boss of the game. Hold up, Ollie boy. Huh? What is it? Listen, man. Something's coming. But I don't... It's him. It's the flipping guardian. The guardian of the woods. I couldn't read the whole thing. He's a pretty big fellow if you haven't noticed. But the guardian of the woods. Which, if I remember correctly, means he is weak to fire attacks. He's also a very slow beast. Windfall. Knickers, this looks serious, Ollie boy. You best defend yourself. You've seen the defend command, the defend command, ain't it? Use it or you're in proper headache mode. Right next to the attack, so it's pretty good. Flipping guard. Nice one, Ollie boy. There's Tidy. Defending against a big move like that can earn you a nice little bonus as well. So when he starts building up a nasty looking number, be sure to put up your guard. You can exit your guard by pressing square. Oh, there's a Bella. Oh, stunned. I can't do anything. Windfall. Defend again. Look, Ollie boy, the big lump only gone in, knackered himself. Now's your chance to give him a proper wallop. Meaning, he's tired. He did a couple of attacks and now he's tired. I'm gonna quickly run and hopefully grab these limbs. Tidy, the gold glimmun. There's a little That's Little Beauty will restore all your HP. And not only that, it will let you do a miracle move that doesn't use MP. Tidy. But don't hang around forever. Hurry up and grab it. Ollie boy. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Oh my god, don't tell me it's going. I can't get it. Oh my god, I couldn't get it. Well, so much for that. That would have just ended the fight there, but guess not. Because the big boy's hitbox is in the way. So instead, I'll take him out with Mighty. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to wait and see what the miracle moves look like. Oliver leveled up twice. Mighty only once, and we got the Spirit of the Woods. And Mighty learned Sandblast. I also obtained the pages describing the Guardian of the Woods. Crikey, that was a close run thing, huh? The Guardian, he's headed towards the deepest parts of the woods. Do you think he's back to his normal now? Your guess is as good as mine, man. But that weird look in his eyes is gone at least. I reckon he'll probably take some time out to get his head together, and then he'll be right back to his old guarding. Well, what made him go all screwy like that? You don't think it was? Of course it flippin' was. Had Shadar written all over it. We'd best watch our backs if we visit any more forests. For saying that you get guardians everywhere. Anyway, we did what we came here to do. Now let's go back to old Tree Face, huh? Sure thing. Let's go. The serenity of the guardian of the woods. Wood's heart has unlocked a story. The Wizard's Companion. A new tale of wonder. The spirit and the bramble. Sorry, it's hard to read from where I'm sitting.
You did well to calm the guardian of the woods. And I found what I was looking for. But first, a gift. My way of thanks.
Gee!
You were on a roll, my man.
I entrust to you one of my closest companions, the Telling Stone. His knowledge of our world rivals even my own. I thought he might help you on your journey. I'm sure if you ask him nicely, he will tell you anything you wish to know. And the other thing, the locket. This is what you came here for, is it not? It is a vessel for fragments of the human heart. To rescue the heartbroken, you will need the locket and the spells required to use it. I will give you those as well.
Thank you so much, Old Father Oak.
Such a well-mannered child. Unlike some I could mention.
What? All right. Ta, Batface.
Some things are as unchanging as the forest. No matter. You had best be on your way. Now, boy, you must come and see me from time to time. And tell me of forward to hearing of your progress.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Let's be off, shall we? Time to head back to Ding Dong Dell and mend a broken heart.
Okay.
The telling stone is now accessible in the main menu. You obtain a locket. You receive the pages. Take heart. You receive the pages. Give heart. So I got 2 new spells. These spells are like the main gimmick of the game, so they're going to be very useful. We also have the telling stone. Life lessons. He is basically, think of him as the if I forgot anything or I want to know something. For example, if I want to know the progress report of the game. Versus companion only 6%, capture compendium only 1%. Dangerous palaces. The deep dark woods. It has 1 blue chest, which is the one that we saw, but I can't open it. So sadly I can't open it. All. We've seen mighty, or might. Habitat. We can see what he drops if we were to fight him, and his tricks. In here we can see everything we want to know. Jabber can drop an iced coffee. And you can also see all the effects and abilities and what they drop, like gold. You can see all the mechanics of the game in there. Time to go back to Ding Dong Dell. And then I will end the episode. Quick save. Okay. Ah, you see that big thing over there? That's an oak. Those things are very strong. Sadly, I am not able to fight one at the moment because they're just too strong. Instead, I will fight
Watch this.
these 2 little things.
Here goes.
You can already see Might is getting very strong, doing 6 damage instead of his 1 damage that he used to do. So every time he levels up, the stronger he gets, and he's already getting very strong. Of course, these are only level 1 monsters, so that kind of helps. But fighting same leveled creatures, it will do the same. He's still packing a wall up, and he's doing very good damage. Anyway, go around that. Just gotta make your way back to Ding Dong Dell. Oh, I thought that was a monster. It was a tree with a monster behind it, so I thought it was a winged beast, but no, it was just a tree. Ding Dong Dell.
Looks like he's still the worse for wear, huh?
Mr. Drippy, we have to help him.
Right, oh, Ollie boy, I'd better explain how it's done then, innit? First thing you'll need to do is to take the locket Treeface gave you and fill it with the piece of heart our friend is missing.
The piece of heart?
That's right. One of the bits we're all made up of deep down.
The bits we're made up of? I don't understand.
How can I put it? Just give it a go. You'll soon work it out, man. First off, what that guard's missing is a drop of good old-fashioned enthusiasm. Find some and give it to him, and he'll be right as rain.
Okay, but where do I find enthusiasm?
Well, now, feast your eyes on that other guard there. He's got more get-up and go than a sack of squirrels. If he hasn't got some enthusiasm to spare, I'm a monkey's uncle. That's nicely, and I'm sure he'll give you a lend of it.
Sure, I'll try my best.
He's got some good old enthusiasm. Talk to him. Excuse me, sir. I wonder if you can do us a favor. I wish I could, I really do, but I'm afraid I can't open this gate without my colleague's permission. Oh no, it's not that. I want to borrow some of your enthusiasm. Haha, well, it's enthusiasm you're after. I got plenty to spare. Take as much as you want. Thank you, sir. Mr. Drippy, how do I get the enthusiasm out of his heart? Well, look at the pages the old Treeface gave you. Take heart.
Tidy! Looks like you've got yourself a locket full of enthusiasm. Now, you've just got to give it to our friend over by there.
Okay, here goes.
Now, if we just walk up to this guy. So we need to give the guard some enthusiasm we got from his friend, huh? That's right, Ollie boy. You now need to cast a spell. Give heart, ain't it? If you know what it sounds just like the other one, but don't get them mixed up, whatever you do. Don't worry, Mr. Drippy, Give Heart is the one for repairing broken hearts, I remember that. Now then, you cast Give Heart and choose the piece that you want to restore from your locket. Of course, you've only got one in there at the moment, so even you can't mess this up. So go on, give the guard his enthusiasm back. Alright, here he goes. Give heart. You can see all the kinds of emotions. Yeah, sorry. But right now we only have the fiery enthusiasm. The distilled spirit of get up and go. Select it.
Beautiful! It worked!
Neato!
Tidy! Looks like he's back in the land of the living.
What's happening? Where am I?
Well, 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 you're back with us, I see.
Yes, I feel so strange, as if a weight has been lifted from my heart. I feel better.
Thank goodness for that. I was worried about you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't myself. But I'm back now, and ready to work harder than ever.
Well then, these fine people have all come to visit our great kingdom. I think we'd better let them in.
Indeed we had. This way, everybody!
I can't thank you enough, but I am sure you'll receive your fair share of merit stamps for performing such a heroic feat. Merit stamps? What are those? You mean you helped me without even thinking of the merit stamps you'd earn? You have to go, you do have a merit stamp card, don't you? They're used to collect stamps awarded for helping those needed. If you don't have one, you should go visit Swift Solutions in the town and pick one up. Listen to me, Rabbit on. I have to get this gate open that you waited for, isn't it? Yes, please, sir. Tidy. We can finally go inside. Ding Dong Dell, the Cat King's castle. We're finally here. We're finally in Ding Dong Dell. Indeed we are, Ollie boy. There were a few unseen snags on the way, I'll admit. But all's well that ends well. And I was going to take you to see old Treeface eventually anyways. Righto, on with the wand hunt. The king of this place knows a spell or two. Let's see if he can help us, shall we? A real life king? I'm sure. I guess that means we should head for the big old palace over there, huh? Okay. Here is where things stuff that you can do branches. 10 guilders. I'm going to do like maybe 2 things before I end the video.
Jeepers. It's so different.
Stop staring, man, it's rude.
But look at those goofy clothes.
Goofy? Are you blind? You are the goofy one round these parts.
Huh? Don't really look so strange.
Crikey, we better get you a new outfit before they put you in the zoo. Come on, Ollie boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Ollie boy, but no matter how tidy they are over in Motorville, your clothes are just plain out of place over by here. Are you really so? Are they really so strange? But this is all I have. Then we'll have to buy you some more, won't we? There's loads of shops here in Ding Dong Delman. One of them sells clothes, ain't it? I guess. Okay, I'll go find a store where I can buy outfits. Which is right there. The owl. The owl is where we buy clothes. But first, I'm gonna come over here to Swift Solutions. Talk to him. I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. I can't do that yet. Instead, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Well, very close to here. Just I'm gonna go back to the cat's cradle, and I'm gonna end it here. So, I gotta say thank you all for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Oh my god, are you joking? I can't even do that. Well, I think I'm just gonna save here and head out. So, thank you so much. thank you so much for watching, and see you all next time.